Okay, here we are, all set for a writing class. Welcome everybody if you've just joined us on Verbling. This is a writing class, a casual writing class, where you can come and practice all of those things you've been learning over the week. And if you do want to practice your conditional tenses, it's the perfect writing class to come to, because today we're going to be writing about the conditional, basically using the conditional tenses. If I were an animal or a vegetable or a building or perhaps a TV character. And in actual fact, you can choose whatever you like. It's a bit of fun. You can choose more than one thing if you want to. Just think about your personality. Think about who you are, what kind of things you like to do, maybe your job, and see if we can have a little bit of fun using our imagination and imagining that we were something else. So this is the use of the second conditional. If you want to have a bit of a practice or a bit of a review of how to use the second conditional, then I'll give you a link to that and you can review that quickly before you start writing. So don't panic if you think, I can't remember. We're just going to say hello to our students. Oh, before we do that, I know Anna's waiting there patiently. I do want to share a couple of pages with you. These are my Verbling teacher page and my Verbling Facebook page, and they're going into the chat box now, hopefully. You can use these to find out more information about any of the teachers here on Verbling. And if you do want to connect up with one of the teachers, book a session with them or attend one of their classes, then this is the best place to go, because you can see their schedule, you can see who they are, watch some of their introductory videos or class videos, and find out all you need to know, hopefully. If there isn't all you need to know, if there's something missing, you can write to us using the messaging feature, which you'll also find there at the Verbling teacher page. So it is a really good place to go and check out. Okay, let's say hello, first of all, to Anna. Welcome, Anna.
Hi again, teacher.
Good to have you in class today. Let me ask you something about the conditional. When you were younger, what did you imagine that you would be when you grew up? What kind of job did you imagine yourself doing?
Okay, when I was really little, I dreamed about being a professional princess.
Now, I'm sure you're not the
Just
only girl
kidding.
this happened to.
No. Sorry. Then, um, I always loved biology,
Mm-hmm.
and I I could foresee myself in the health field,
Yep,
and I ended up being a dentist.
yep.
But I also went through a phase where I wanna be, I wanted, I wanted to be a personal trainer. However,
Ah,
my parents would never allow me because in their eyes it's underpaid profession, and it doesn't give you status and things like that, you know.
yeah, for sure. So you listened to your parents and you decided to do dentistry instead. Is that right?
Yes, teacher. Furthermore, I came from a family made of dentists. My mother is a dentist, my oldest sister, my oldest brother.
Oh, wow. You are the dentist
I,
family of Brazil.
I, we are five siblings. One brother is a vet,
Hmm.
and one sister is a professional student.
Okay. Wow. So that's 4 out of 5 of you are at least working in biology in some kind of a way. So interesting. Okay. Well, welcome to the class. We're going to see what you're going to come up with your writing today. I can't wait for that. Julian, hello. Welcome.
Hi, Amy. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Nice to see you again.
You too. I just asked Anna, when you were younger, Julian, what did you want to be when you grew up? What job did you imagine yourself doing?
Um, when I was younger, and I like to work in like engineer,
Okay.
in electrical engineer. But no in the common engineer like in the plant. I like so much the alternative source of energy,
Yeah.
renewable energy.
Yeah.
I like so much, and this is my target and my objective in my life, and try to do that.
It's your calling, Julian.
Calling?
Yeah. That sounds as if it's your calling. Something that you kind of feel like you were born to do.
Okay, yes. Yes,
And
and now I am working on that. No, I know working in renewable energy, but I am
yet.
trying to act yet. Yes,
All right.
I
Awesome.
try to do acts to get this work.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Really lovely to have you. Philip, hello.
Hi, teacher. How are
How
you?
are you? You've
I'm
changed your
fine.
picture, Philip.
Yes, teacher. My daughter does that for me.
Ah, that's nice of
Yeah,
her. Why did she choose this picture? It's very nice.
very green,
It is
clean,
very green. Clean
and
and green.
yes. Mm.
Um, so Philip, we're going to be writing using the conditional tenses today. So I'm just wondering, the same as I asked the others, when you were younger, what job did you want to do? What did you want to be when you grew up?
Yes, I wanted to be a pilot,
Ah,
travel around the world,
yep.
mm, knowing most people, many peoples, and all countries in the world.
Okay, a fascinating, a great choice, I must say. Anna
Mm.
and I also want to know, are you a pilot? What is your job?
I'm an accountant.
An accountant. How did you
Yeah.
get from pilot to accountant, Philip? Was it your parents?
Yes, it's just that in our countries you don't do what you. It's
What
just
you want?
opportunity. Yeah, it's just opportunity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand.
Mm.
Well, there are many requirements for being a pilot, I think, as well. So, um, it's a tough one to get into, but
Mm.
yeah, very cool. Okay, so I just want to show you that if you do want to have a quick revise of the conditional um, voice, then just check out this link. I've sent it to you in the chat box. What we need to use today is this one here, number 3, which is the second conditional, because we're imagining ourselves as something else. So you can see the example down here. If I were the queen of the world, I would make everybody wear pink clothes. But I would like you to write a little bit more than just one sentence. So I'm going to switch over to the document. If you just click on the link in the Google chat, you can access this document. All you need to do is write your name somewhere on the paper. You can write it underneath the title and underneath, so we go down the page. Then it stops everyone getting muddled up. And I would like you to use your imagination today. So you can choose to be an animal, a vegetable, a building, a TV character. I'm going to add some more options onto this list, but you are also welcome to choose your own options. So you might want to say, if I were an animal, for example, I would be an eagle because blah, blah, blah. Or if you want to be a little bit more mysterious, you can just describe it without actually telling us what it is, and we might guess at the end. So that's up to you. You can do either just one of these if you want a really in-depth description, or you can choose all of them or 2 of them, as many as you like. So you've got about 20 minutes, and I'm going to leave you to get on with your writing. And I will see you in 20 minutes. If you do have any questions, just ask, because I'll be right here. And don't forget to keep your microphone muted so we can all concentrate.
I'm sorry, Amy.
Yep.
Maybe you can put the link in the other chat, in the very chat, because I don't have available the Google chat.
Google Chat. Okay, just a mo.
Thank you.
Teacher, I'll write on the chat box because I can't write on the paper.
No problem, Philip. We can paste it into the paper afterwards.
Okay, thank you.
After how many times?
I was just about to say that, Anna. 5 more minutes. So it's time to just read through and just make any corrections. Don't forget to read it nice and carefully, and we'll start correcting in about 5 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes just to finish off correcting whatever you've got to correct. Thanks, Philip. I'm going to copy and paste that into the document.
I've done.
Brilliant.
I've wrote a lot.
All right, so Philip, I think we'll start with you today. So just a sec. I'm going to make this a bit bigger. And if you could read out yours for us, first of all, please, Philip, and then we will make some corrections.
Okay, teacher. If I were a TV character, I would like to be a police investigator. I admire the police investigating cases and murders. They play a great role in society by solving all tricky cases, like finding out the murders, their mobiles, and the accomplices. They help people understand the science, evolution of crime, and the mentality of the society. Their task is not obvious, but they have to explain to the public what happened, who was the author and sometimes the victim, what was the mobile, and who was involved in the case. They have to monitor the crime scene, interview people, and check oh, sorry, check people's DNA or fingerprint. They often need luck and people's revelations, like neighbors' statements.
Brilliant. Thank you, Philip. Interesting choice, and you've used some really good vocab. So let's go and see if we can correct some things.
Yeah,
So if
we have too much to correct.
never too much, Philip. Don't forget, all of the corrections that we make are things that you can improve upon, so it's valuable. All right, so if I were a TV character, I would like to be a police investigator. I think we need a full stop there because that's sort of your
Yeah.
first sentence.
You are right.
Yeah, good choice. So I admire the police investigating cases and murders. Yep, we don't need a comma because there's only two things in your list, cases and murders. Actually, if you want to be really specific, a murder is still a case. So a case is anything that the police are investigating, and it could be a murder case, it could be a theft case, it could be any kind of a case, okay?
Yes, teacher.
So it might be better to put here, I admire the police investigating cases such as murders, because it's one example.
Okay.
They play a great role in society by solving all the tricky cases. All the tricky cases, or you can just say by solving tricky cases. Like finding out the murders. I think here you might mean the murderers, the person who does the murder. Yeah?
Yes, teacher. The murderer.
It's a bit of a funny word in English. I once saw a joke where somebody had misspelled murderer and put 3 errors, so it was murderers. That was on TV. That was rather entertaining. So they find out the murderers. Their mobiles? What do you mean by their mobiles?
Mobile. What bring them to do the more?
Their motives.
Yeah, the motive.
Their mobiles is their mobile phones, right?
Okay. I translate in French.
Okay, alright, I get it. Okay, so like finding out. Okay, with the verb finding out, it sounds a little bit funny to say find out the murderers. Usually, you find out information. You could say find out about the murderers, or you could say find out who the murderers are, what their motives are, and I would say because they belong really, don't they? Their accomplices, without an I. Yep. They help people understand the science evolution of crime and the mentality of the society. Yeah, they help people understand, I think what you mean is the scientific evolution. We need an adjective, really, because you can't have a science evolution.
Yes.
You could have the evolution of science, but that's different. Their task with the capital is not obvious, but they have to explain to the public what happened. Who was is the order that we use for a question. Who was the author? So we need to say who the author was, but author's probably not the right word here.
Okay.
You would maybe say the perpetrator of the crime. That means the person who committed the crime,
Yes.
i.e. the murderer, right? And sometimes the victim. This is the same thing. So what the motive was,
Motive
and who was involved in the case. Brilliant, well done. They have to monitor the crime scene, interview people, and check. I think you knew that was a spelling mistake. Check people's DNA. DNA should be capitals because it's an abbreviation.
Okay.
Or fingerprints rather than fingers prints.
Okay.
They often need luck and people's revelations, like neighbours' statements. We need an apostrophe because it's the statements belonging to the neighbours.
Yes.
Very well explained. Really good vocab. You've kind of used all the vocab that's related to this type of situation. So really well done, Philip. Great work.
Thank you so much.
I just want to ask you one more question.
Yes.
If you were, because you said if I was a TV character, did you have a particular police investigator character in mind?
Yes, I have too many. I
Yep.
have Derek. Do you know Derek?
No. What
Derek
what
is a German.
what program?
Derek. The name is Derek.
Ah, okay.
Derek is a German policeman.
Okay,
German.
like this.
No, G-E, no, G-I.
Yeah.
No, G-E, G-E, G-E-R-R-I-C-K.
Ah, okay. So
Yes,
this is the guy. He's a German
yes,
police officer. Okay.
yes, yes.
I'll have to look him up. And what was the other one?
He's very, he has he's now dead, but he has a program named Derek. If you go on YouTube, you find Derek, you'll
Ah,
find him.
okay. Awesome.
Yes.
Well, if anyone wants to watch a great police program recommended highly by Philip, then go and check that out, guys. His name is Derek. Thank you, Philip. Great start. Well done.
Thank you.
May I, teacher?
Yes, Anna, I'm just going to get rid of your
I
bowl.
wrote a lot.
Gosh, you did. You wrote a lot today. Well done. Okay, so let's read Anna's and we'll come to you afterwards. Julian. Okay, off you go.
Okay. If I had to, I forgot to capitalize. If I had to identify myself with a character on TV, I would be Chris, because everybody hates Chris. And I've been having this impression since something happened to me, and I had a bad reaction to it. I had posted a swear word on my Google page, and I regret it. It was a foolhardy thing to do. A lot of people had gotten angry. By the way, I gave myself the nickname Monday because everybody hates Monday. Just kidding. I shouldn't have written it because I've been trying to get rid of negative thoughts since I attended an enlightening class given by Amy a couple days ago. Also, some people love Mondays. Now seriously, I'm not like Chris. I'm more like Sam Bell from Moon. It's a movie, teacher. Because came a point in this movie when he started questioning himself about the meaning of the life. Without the article, sorry. Wondering, and he considering the efforts we make and whether any of it matters. I've been thoughtful and wondering some stuff, like what the future holds and so on. This way we grow, I guess. It does not mean that my efforts are worthless. It is just a little crisis to improve myself. Now, I wanna write something less heavy than those deep things, like the animal I would like to be. I thought about being a Siberian tiger because it is stunning, powerful, simply gorgeous. Then it dawned on me that they are endangered. Furthermore, they have to survive hunting animals, and I couldn't, or I wouldn't, I was in doubt. Imagine myself chasing a deer and then eating it while the poor cute there agonizes bleeding. No, not a Siberian tiger. Then I thought of an eagle, sorry about my pronunciation. Then I thought of an eagle. An eagle can see 4 times as good as a person with perfect vision. I would imagine myself flying, seeing it was a typo, teacher. Schools of fish from several feet above, sorry and flappy freely. Freely? No, they are also endangered, not an eagle. I would be a dolphin because I love the ocean. But if I were a dolphin, I would end up being captured by a Japanese and being eaten or sold to a park to be enslaved for some fish. No, not a dolphin. I decided. If I were an animal, I would be a cat whose owner is a wealthy person. I would sleep all day long. I would take as much a nap as I would like. I would receive fresh tuna, a lot of careless treats. I would have an excuse to be selfish. It's because my nature, period. And the biggest advantage, without a shadow of doubt, to be ravishing and gorgeous, without making any effort or beauty treatment. Walking as a model full of charm, like in a catwalk. Oh, why is that? The name is catwalk. Being beautiful, spoiled, spoiled, taking a bunch of taking a bunch of naps, receiving caring and cuddles, and have an excuse to be selfish by nature. Is there anything better than being a cat?
Great, Anna. Very entertaining. I really like the way that you didn't actually just decide. You sort of talked your way through several different things and gave us the pros and cons. So it was really interesting. Well done. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. And we'll have a look at the first bit first. So if I had to identify, I think that's a typo. If I had to identify myself with a character on TV, I would be Chris, because everyone hates Chris. And we need a comma. I've been having this impression since something happened to me and I had a bad reaction to it. Okay, and I've been having this impression since something happened to me and I had a bad reaction, because the bad reaction must come after the thing that happened to you, not before, right? Because you can't have a reaction to something that hasn't happened yet. So we just stick with this tense. We don't need to use the past perfect, okay?
Okay.
I had posted a swear word on my Google page. Google really should have a capital. And I regret it. It was a foolhardy thing to do. Well done, you used foolhardy. Great. A lot of people we looked at that word in our last class. By the way, I gave myself the nickname Monday. We should have commas here because you're introducing your nickname, because everybody hates Monday. Just kidding. I'm glad you're kidding about that. I shouldn't have written it because I've been trying to get, we don't need to say that, just get rid of negative thoughts since I attended an enlightening class given by Amy a couple of days ago. Also, some people love Mondays. Yes, Anna, I love Mondays because it's my day off. See, there you go. Now, seriously, I'm not like Chris. I'm more like Sam Bell from Moon. So Moon is a movie, is it?
Yes, it's a movie.
Is it a Hollywood movie? I've never heard of it, actually.
Yes, teacher. It's a movie. I don't remember the year of the movie.
Is it quite old or quite recent?
Old fashion. I saw on the Telecine coach. Teacher.
That's okay. Don't worry. I'll have a look at it after class.
It's a sci-fi.
Oh, okay.
The man. No, it's not that old fashion. The man is a British guy, and he went through a crisis while she's at the end of a mission to put something in the moon.
Okay. Okay, that sounds cool. Alright, so you decided that you would like this character Sam Bell because there came a point in the movie, or really there was a point in the movie, when he started questioning himself about the meaning of life, wondering and reconsidering the efforts we make and whether any of it matters. Nicely explained. I've been thoughtful and wondering about. You have to wonder about some stuff, like what the future holds and so on. This way we grow, I guess. It does not mean that my efforts are worthless. It is just a little crisis to improve myself. Now I want to write something less heavy than those deep things. Yeah, I think it might be nice to put such there. Less heavy than such deep things. Like the animal I would like to be. I thought about being a Siberian tiger because it is stunning, powerful, and simply gorgeous. Then it dawned on me that they are endangered, with an N. Furthermore, they have to survive hunting animals, and I couldn't imagine myself... Yep, you're right with couldn't, Anna. You could say I wouldn't be able to imagine myself, but it's a bit wordy. It's just easier to say couldn't. If you say I wouldn't imagine myself, it means that you're not willing to imagine yourself, rather than you are not able, okay?
Thank you. I was really doubtful.
Yeah. Okay, well that's generally the difference between would or could. Would you help me with the dishes? Is are you willing? Could you help me with the dishes is very similar, but it's really saying are you able, are you free or whatever. I couldn't imagine myself chasing a cute deer and then eating it while the poor cute deer agonizes. Oh my gosh. Bleeding. No! Not a Siberian tiger. Okay. Then I thought of an eagle. An eagle can see 4 times as well. 4 times as well as a person with perfect vision. A person with perfect vision. I would imagine myself flying, seeing schools of fish from several feet above, soaring and flapping freely. Freely? No, they are also endangered. Endangered needs an N, Anna. And an E. Endangered. It's like the word danger. Endangered. Not an eagle. Okay. I would be a dolphin because I love the ocean. But if I were a dolphin, I would end up being captured by a Japanese ship, or just by the Japanese. You can't say by a Japanese.
A Japanese ship.
Okay. A Japanese ship. And being eaten or sold to a park to be enslaved. Enslaved, same as endangered. For some fish. Sold to a park to be enslaved for some fish? That doesn't make sense. What do you mean by for some fish?
Because they have to do a lot of tricks to get a fish.
Oh, right. Okay.
They are enslaved in exchange for?
Yeah. Okay, that's a good one. In exchange for... Oh, gosh, my typing's horrendous. Okay, in exchange for some fish. That's better. No, not a dolphin. Agreed. I decided. I think you need to say I've decided, because it's sort of like the process that you're going through right now. So you need to use the present perfect, because it's still connecting with you. If I were an animal, I would be a cat whose owner is a wealthy person. I would sleep all day long. I would take as much as nap as I would like. As many naps. As many naps. Whoops. As many naps as I would like. I would receive fresh tuna. Oof, that sounds delicious. A lot of careness. Careness isn't a word. We just say a lot of care. Treats. I would have an excuse to be selfish. It is because my nature. It's my nature, I think, is all you need to say there. It's my nature. Period. And the biggest advantage, without a shadow of a doubt, to be ravishing and gorgeous without making any effort or beauty, or you can't make a beauty treatment, so you have to have another verb here. I'd say having a beauty treatment. Or maybe following a beauty regime, something like that. Walking, we've got the ing going here. Walking, I think you self-corrected that actually. As a model, walking like a model. Full of charm, like in a catwalk. Oh, why is that? The name is catwalk. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. It's really a nice little extra thing in brackets, but we'd probably say, oh, why is that? It's called a catwalk rather than the name is catwalk, okay? And to make it even more obvious, you might put the cat part in inverted commas. being beautiful, spoiled, taking a bunch of naps, receiving caring and cuddles, receiving care and cuddles, and having an excuse to be selfish. By nature, is there anything better than being a cat? Awesome, Anna. Very well done. And actually,
Thank you.
very few mistakes considering how much you wrote and how complicated it was. So well done. Okay, Julian, your turn. And please, could you read?
Okay. If I was an actor, I would prefer my comedy performance because when you do that, you could kind on about the life and the respect without any kind of reprisal by someone. Besides, your life will be funny all time, and you could say ideas and comments to everybody to make that dialogue every day. I have taught the process to develop the necessary skills to be a comedy actor, but after watching different famous characters, I conclude that this ability is natural. It perhaps, and perhaps it's very hard to develop them by myself. Yeah, thank you.
Great. No problem. All right, so let's go through this. Would you like to be an actor, Julian?
Yes.
Yeah, you
Yes.
would? Okay.
Yes.
Do you think that you have the natural skills that are necessary?
Yes. And I try to say that maybe in other works, in other you develop different skills. I don't know, it's making course when you go to the university, but when you are trying to comedy actor, it's like something that it's inside you. It's very hard to develop this. I don't know, say that this characteristic, this
Characteristic,
power to make laugh the people.
Yes, to make people laugh. All right, interesting. I also find comedians really clever, Julian. I totally understand what you're saying. So let's make some corrections. If I was an actor, we need an "an" because actor begins with a vowel, so we need to make a connection between those two words.
Yes.
I would prefer. We don't need to say preferred because we've already got that sense in would. I would prefer to do comedy performances, okay? Because it's an action, it's not a creation, so we use do. I'd prefer to do comedy performances because when you do that, okay, this part I'm not exactly sure what you mean. You could kind on about the life?
Yes, you make jokes about the life.
We can't say kind on. We can say make jokes. You can make jokes.
But make jokes, it's okay.
Yeah.
And why kind on? Because kind on it's similar.
Kind on is not anything that it doesn't make sense in English. Maybe you're mixing it up with something.
Okay.
Maybe kid, teacher.
Kid. Kid. You mean kid?
Yes.
To kid is to be joking. You can't kid on either. And generally, to kid somebody is just like a joke between friends. It's not a performance. Like, I'm kidding or you're kidding, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we can't really use that particular word in this instance. It would be better to say to make jokes about life. Because kidding is not something that's like a formal action. You couldn't really use it for performance. It would just be something between friends.
Okay.
Okay, so you could make jokes about life and its aspects because it's thing, right? The life is singular without any kind of reprisal by somebody. True. Besides, your life would be funny all the time. Well, you would hope so, yeah, all the time. And you could say ideas and comments to everybody to make them laugh, you could say ideas and comments to everybody. It sounds a bit funny for some reason. Besides, your life would be funny all the time, and you. Tell is the word that we generally use rather than say, because we talk about telling jokes. To make them laugh every day. I had, though. Do you mean I had thought? Or did you mean though?
Yes, it's try to say that the analysis is the process
Yes.
to
Okay, so
get.
I had thought. Um,
I have to about the process maybe.
yeah, you need to say about, right, if you want to talk about analyzing. Because if you just say I had thought, it means like your opinion or your perception. But to think about is like analyzing. So I had thought about the process of developing necessary
Okay.
skills to be a comedy actor is generally just called a comedian.
Okay.
But after or before, you have to have the ing after them. So after watching, before watching, different famous OUS rather than UOS characters, I concluded that this ability with one L is natural. You don't need to say it because you've already got the subject, this ability, okay? And it is a subject. So this ability is natural, and perhaps it's very hard to develop by myself. Great, Julian, awesome, well done. Do you understand all of the things that I've corrected?
Yes. Yes. I understand all.
All right, well, thank you. It's very fascinating, and well done because you've all used the conditional tenses really, really well. I hope you enjoyed writing about some imaginary stuff, and I'm going to say goodbye, let you go. I hope you have a brilliant weekend, and maybe I will see you again next week. So take
Okay.
care.
I
Bye,
really
guys.
say thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Weekend.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Yeah, for sure. So you listened to your parents and you decided to do dentistry instead. Is that right?
Yes, teacher. Furthermore, I came from a family made of dentists. My mother is a dentist. My oldest sister, my oldest brother.
Oh, wow. You are the dentist
I
family of Brazil.
I, we are five siblings. One brother is a vet,
Hmm.
and one sister is a professional student.
Okay. Wow. So that's 4 out of 5 of you are at least working in biology in some kind of a way. So interesting. Okay. Well, welcome to the class. We're going to see what you're going to come up with your writing today. I can't wait for that. Julian, hello. Welcome.
Hi, Emmy. How are you?
I'm
Nice
very
to
well,
see.
thank
Nice
you.
to see you again.
You too. I just asked Anna, when you were younger, Julian, what did you want to be when you grew up? What job did you imagine that you would be when you grew up? What kind of job did you imagine yourself doing?
Okay, when I was really little, I dreamed dreamed about being a professional princess.
Now, I'm sure you're not the
Just
only girl
kidding.
who's happened to.
No, no, no. Sorry. Then, um, I always loved biology,
Hmm.
and I I could foresee myself in the health field,
Yep,
and I ended up being a dentist.
yep.
But I also went through a phase where I wanna be, I wanted, I wanted to be a personal trainer. However,
Ah,
my parents would never allow me because in their eyes it's underpaid profession and it doesn't give you status and things like that, you know.
Okay, here we are, all set for a writing class. Welcome everybody if you've just joined us on Verbling. This is a writing class, a casual writing class, where you can come and practice all of those things you've been learning over the week. And if you do want to practice your conditional tenses, it's the perfect writing class to come to, because today we're going to be writing about the conditional, basically using the conditional tenses. If I were an animal or a vegetable or a building or perhaps a TV character. And in actual fact, you can choose whatever you like. It's a bit of fun. You can choose more than one thing if you want to. Just think about your personality. Think about who you are, what kind of things you like to do, maybe your job, and see if we can have a little bit of fun using our imagination and imagining that we were something else. So this is the use of the second conditional. If you want to have a bit of a practice or a bit of a review of how to use the second conditional, then I'll give you a link to that and you can review that quickly before you start writing. Yourself doing?
Whenever I'm younger, and I like to work in like engineer.
Okay.
Electrical engineer, but no in the common engineer like in the plant. I like so much the alternative source of energy, renewable energy.
Yeah.
I like so much, and this is my target and my objective in my life, and try to do that.
It's your calling, Julian.
Calling?
Yeah, that sounds as if it's your calling. Something that you kind of feel like you were born to do.
Oh, okay, yes. yes. And now I am working that. No, I'm not working in renewable energy, but I try to.
So don't panic if you think, I can't remember. We're just going to say hello to our students. Oh, before we do that, I know Anna's waiting there patiently. I do want to share a couple of pages with you. These are my Verbling teacher page and my Verbling Facebook page. And they're going into the chat box now, hopefully. You can use these to find out more information about any of the teachers here on Verbling. And if you do want to connect up with one of the teachers, book a session with them or attend one of their classes, then this is the best place to go, because you can see their schedule, you can see who they are, watch some of their introductory videos or class videos, and find out all you need to know, hopefully. If there isn't all you need to know, if there's something missing, you can write to us using the messaging feature, which you'll also find there at the Verbling teacher page. So it is a really good place to go and check out. Okay, let's say hello, first of all, to Anna. Welcome, Anna.
Hi again, teacher.
Good to have you in class today. Let me ask you something about the conditional. When you were younger, what did you imagine